Displayed in the map is an IFC model of a universal beam. Flicking to the camera view of an SX10 or SX12 is a physical model of that same beam. What I'm going to do next is an object-oriented setup and bring my model, my IFC model, in terms of my physical model. So I'm basically going to do a resection of the physical model and transform that IFC model into terms of that. So here we can see I've got a line 5 mils in around the edge of my model. I'm going to snap to the corners of that, and on the physical model I've also got positions marked 5 mils in from the corners as well. So I'm going to shoot to those with in DR mode, and I'm going to work my way around the 4 corners of the object, effectively doing a resection of those 4 points. First I pick the location in the IFC model I want to measure to, and then I zoom to the same location in the physical model and measure to that. And I do that
observation stored
at least 3 times as I work my way around the model. In this case I'm going to do a fourth point. And having done that, I will have resected off that physical object. I will have the instrument location determined based on that object. The z-axis of the instrument is no longer vertical, it will be based off that surface that I've just measured to. And the IFC model will be transformed and positioned on top of the physical model. So here we're measuring our 4th point.
Out of tolerance.
And
observation stored.
We can see our resection results and the coordinates of our station point, which we are now storing.
Station setup completed.
And now when we zoom out a little bit and flick to the camera view, we can now see the IFC model superimposed over the physical model, and the slider down the bottom lets me change the transparency. So now I'm going to go and do a scan of that model. So I'm just selecting my scan area, starting the scan. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to just isolate the scan points from the top of the model and then work with those. So our scan is now complete. I'm just going to rotate the model so I can see it edge on. And we'll zoom in a little bit just to that top. And then I can, once we've zoomed in, I will drag a selection box. And here we will see I'm just selecting the scan points that are hitting the top of that universal beam. I'm saving that as a region. And now when I go into layers, I can switch the scan off and just have that region switched on. So now I've just isolated all those scan points I'm not interested in. Got rid of those. Now what I want to do is a surface inspection. So I'm going to select the surface that I want to inspect against. I'm going to switch on the scan points, and then we're going to go into surface inspections, and now we're doing a surface inspection between the top surface of that universal beam and those scan points, and those are our results. And so we can see from the color shading that our results are within a couple of mils, and we can actually tap on those points and see those numbers displayed on the right hand side. So that's a very quick overview of what you can do with object-oriented setups, IFC files, and surface inspections. Thanks for watching.